Hello, Internet. Welcome to another issue of the Ghostlight Social, the show where we bring creative people into your living room. We'll have a chat, we'll have a natter, we'll talk industry, we'll talk the future of things.
How are we doing, Mike?
I'm all right, I suppose.
Well, you're not all right, are you?
No. Viewers, I got an email today to tell me I was COVID positive, so thankfully, Torchwood, I've got away with it, and I've only just had like a bit of a flu, but it's still scary shit, isn't it?
So, absolutely scary shit, yeah. And I mocked you, didn't I, last week? I think.
Yeah.
For saying that you were feeling no, not as normal. Anyway, I'm glad you're on the mend. Hopefully, you've turned the corner and we're plain sailing because I can't do this by myself.
No, I mean it's really hard to talk and push a button.
Yeah, it is quite hard. Yeah. Let's get on with proceedings and remind everybody, because I always forget, to subscribe and press the button and all that kind of stuff. And the other thing I wanted to say, Mike, is I've put a shirt on today because, you know, after our chat with Kelly last week, when she said she got those, when she said that she got those emails saying, asking her if she could do the sports brand because she was an influencer, #influencer. I'm thinking that if I dress a bit smarter, I might get asked to be an influencer.
I mean, like,
what do you reckon?
Lambretta might come along and say, "Can you wear one of these little polo shirts for us?"
Yeah, listen, beggars can't be choosers. I'm up for that. That's absolutely fine.
I quite like Lambretta stuff. I don't really wear it, but I quite like the style.
Okay, good. Well, there you go.
That's just brilliant. I'm also just going to say hello to everybody in the chat. The chat has just gone mental. So thanks, everybody. There's a lot of new viewers there. Welcome to the Ghostlight Social. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Oh, you're good. Aren't you good, you? Aren't you good?
James in the chat, who I think you might know. Lovely shirt, Lee. Is it Burton's?
I don't know. Oh, Redders. Well, it's a little Farah number, Redders.
Should we introduce as guests then? Anyway.
Let's introduce our guests. Let's do that. So, joining us today, let's have a drum roll. We have the lovely Miss Carney with us, and we also have Kia Owen joining us all the way from Coventry these days, I believe. Hi, both.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good, Mike.
Good, thanks.
Now, Kai, you're Welsh, right? That's your thing.
I am. That's it, basically. That's all you need to know. And then, that's pretty much it. Welsh guy, and then
Is the fact that there's no football and no rugby killing you?
Oh, isn't it just, man? Oh my God, it's killing me. I miss it so much.
And Liz, is the fact that there's no rugby and football killing you?
Well, there is in my life right now. Brad is addicted to Football Manager. Okay. You know the game?
Brilliant.
But it's fantastic because it means that he just goes upstairs and I don't see him for hours.
It's such a good game.
Oh, he's addicted. Honestly, I don't see him for hours sometimes.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I haven't played it for years. I might resurrect it.
He started off with Blackburn Rovers. No, he started off with Man City, actually. Sorry, Kai.
Easy. Yeah.
But he said it was too easy, so now he's on to Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
You have got to pick the worst team and try and get them to a Champions League final.
Well, we don't usually talk that much football, but let's talk very quickly. Let's talk about, first of all, the Premier League. Are they going to finish it, Kai?
I don't know. I mean, they've just cancelled the Dutch division, haven't they? The Eredivisie.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And if they do bring it back, it'll have to be condensed really quickly behind closed doors. If they can, they should. But I don't know whether they will.
Liz?
Yes.
Great answer. A couple of things this week where they were talking about average points for the season. So take what your average points is per game this season and apply it over the 38 games.
I'll take that.
Which for a lot of teams in the top half would be quite happy. I mean, as a West Ham fan, I'd be quite happy because I think we come in 17th, so we just managed survival. So I'm quite down for that. But with that comes relegation, which I don't think is fair then, because then you've got years and years of litigation, haven't you, from those relegated teams?
Have you got a song for our isolation playlist?
I have. I mean, what a question. It's one of them, what's your top 5 films and songs? And it took me ages to decide. I've come up with Grounds for Divorce, Elbow.
I like it.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the situation or anything.
Okay, why?
Well, when me and Brad started going out together, he did me a mix CD. And I'd never heard this song.
A mixtape.
You say mixtape?
Well, a mixtape,
Yeah, exactly.
but it was a CD. Come on.
A mixed Pizza Max.
Yeah.
And this song was on it, and I'd never heard it before. But I'm not really like a massive Elbow fan, but there's just certain songs of theirs that I really love. And we saw them a couple of times at Glastonbury, and he's just got such a lovely rapport with the audience and everything. He just comes across as such a lovely guy. So yeah, that's my choice.
Excellent. It's a great choice. Love it. Don't let me down, because I've had a few messages actually saying Kai will definitely choose this
Queen.
not the exact song, but this type of song.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm going for Queen.
Of course you are.
Just because I'm such a massive fan and a massive fan of Freddie for a start, and I think whenever I struggle or whenever I want to get a bit of motivation, or if I'm running or gymming or doing something like that, Queen are the ones lifting me up. Freddie himself moves me like no other, really, in that way. I've been listening to the Bohemian Rhapsody soundtrack from the film a lot. There's a song on there called "Keep Yourself Alive." The actual recording of it from the film was recorded live at the Rainbow Theatre in Finsbury Park, where I just finished rehearsing the play that I'd done before lockdown started. Out of Joint's just around the corner from the old Rainbow
Of course
Theatre.
it is. Yes. Yeah.
So
Smashing.
Keep Yourself Alive from the first ever Queen album, Queen.
My old man was a big Queen fan. So, yeah, any Queen, cracking.
I've not seen the film yet. I've not seen it. I need to watch
I've got it on DVD as well. I'll burn your copy.
I'll burn your copy. I can probably download it from somewhere. Most coronavirus thing you've done, Liz?
Most coronavirus thing I've done. I had the test.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How did you get the test?
This was right back at the beginning, because I had some of the symptoms, and we'd been to northern Italy, to Bergamo, like just 2 weeks prior to that. So I was getting a little bit worried, and Brad just said, "Look, just ring 111 and see." It had to be done at the front door as well, so I've got people walking past like going, "What's going on?"
They actually came out to you, did they?
Yeah, they did.
At the door?
Yeah.
Wow.
They came with all this, completely covered, with all the masks on and everything, and stuck a cotton bud up my nose and down my throat. And
yeah, it's not nice. It's not nice.
No, it wasn't. But it was negative. Yeah.
Well, thankfully you didn't have it. So that's probably one of the best coronavirus stories we've had.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's good. It's really good.
It's great content. Glad you survived.
Yeah.
I know, too.
How was it in Italy? Horrible.
No, it was lovely.
I bet it was.
Really quiet. Hardly anybody around.
We were supposed to be going again last week. We were supposed to be in Sorrento last week, but obviously we had to cancel that, so never mind.
Yeah, how selfish.
I know.
So, Kai, what have you got for us? What's the most coronavirus thing you've done?
Other than braving the shave for the NHS.
Yeah, well done.
Probably that really, and I've done my boy Bobby did this for me, and I've done his, and it didn't go well at all.
Why not?
Oh, Bobby's got lovely hair. Well, he did. And he's got lovely wavy hair at the front, like the quip and all that. And I said, come on, do it. So he did mine. Took about 3 or 4 days to get him round to it. And I did. It didn't go well at all.
Did we have tears?
He's devastated. Devastated. He's not as short as this, but yeah, he's devastated. He misses it, and he looks great. It really suits him. But he was devo. So it was a really bad day of like looking in the mirror, going, "I can't believe what you've done." Like he's trying to pull it, going, "Oh."
To give him some soil.
Yeah. I do love the round of applause on a Thursday night. It's amazing. So
Yeah.
To keep yourself busy. Kai.
Creatively. You know what? I really have. I love reading, so I've been reading loads.
Great.
And actually getting taught a lot from the homeschooling. resitting my year 3 maths.
I was just going to say, how old's Bobby? How old?
Yeah, he's 10. He's just turned 10. So relearning like long division, amazing. So things like that. So homeschooling is brilliant. But I've been reading lots, mate. I love reading. Basically, I haven't really watched a great deal of telly sort of thing either. Even though people are binge watching stuff and all that, I haven't really done that. So I prefer to sort of, have a good book really. So I've been reading some belters.
DIY, is that creative?
Yes, absolutely creative.
I've been upcycling loads of my drawers and stuff.
What do you mean?
Drawers as in? Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, so we've got this horrible kind of orange pine stuff, a lot of that in the house, and I've never really liked it. So I've just decided I bought a sander. So I'm a girl with a tool.
That doesn't sound like essential shopping to me, Liz.
No, well, I bought it online.
Still.
Taking somebody's delivery slot there.
Yeah.
Well, no, I went to pick it up from Argos. No.
Well, again, that's not essential shop, Liz. No, not great. Go on.
So I'm just sanding everything.
And are you doing, so like with drawers and stuff, are you doing that, you get those sort of pastel blues and greens and do like the drawers different colours and have fancy knobs? Is that what you're doing?
Kind of, yeah. But I've just been up in the loft and found paint, so it's just going to have to be, I've got like, it's like a creamy colour. So I'm sanding all the tops down and then painting all the drawers and sanding the sides. And I've bought some knobs, but my knobs don't fit.
What do you mean they don't fit?
Nothing
How can they not fit?
Well, they only go so far, so they're all loose.
I made, in the last couple of days, can you see that?
Lovely.
That's the planter.
A little planter.
Very good.
Yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to mark it out of 10, but there you go.
10.
7.
Thank you. Thanks so much. 7?
Yeah.
We have been, I mean, if you're talking creative, we have been planting vegetables.
Have you?
Yeah. And
Nice.
stuff. And we yesterday, I got some tadpoles and made a little pond.
You got some tadpoles from? What do you mean you got some tadpole? Where do you get tadpoles?
From a pond in the woods.
Oh, I see.
Scooped some tadpoles in a little bottle and brought them on for Bobby and made a little pond in the back garden. There's about 12 of them. They're looking okay so far. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What do they need, tadpoles? Do you need to do anything with them?
Well, if you're outside, they can survive a bit better. But if they're inside, you've got to look after them and change the water. So I've just put them outside and give them some fish food.
Is that what you do?
Apparently.
Apparently says who?
Google.
Fair enough. What have you been indulging in?
I'm gonna have to say reading again. Whenever I've got a bit of spare time, I have been sort of getting lost in a book and things. And it's we're all there's 3 of us here, and Bobby's full on with the schooling and things and all that. So whenever I can have half hour when he has a reading time, which the school recommends, I'll have a reading time as well. We've also been playing a lot of board games, and that's been really nice. We've been playing Yahtzee, which is a classic.
Love Yahtzee.
And so we've been playing a lot of Yahtzee. Bob hadn't played it before, so he's into that, and he's very good at it actually. And I still haven't won a game.
You still keeping fit? You still running?
Yeah. I'm still going out running and stuff as much as I can, and doing some home workouts and things. Yeah, as much as I can. I do miss the gym. Liz,
do I need to ask?
Do you know what? You'll be very proud of me. I've not really been drinking at all since
really?
lockdown.
Well done.
Thank you. Because we're quite a social couple, and we like to go to the pub, of course, and because we can't, and we don't really drink that much at home anyway, so it's not been a thing. So it's been all right, really. So I've been doing a lot of running. Like I go out for my 5k a day, or if I don't go and run, I'll do a workout, like a home workout. And I've been doing baking as well.
Are you doing 5k a day?
Yeah, I'll show you.
No, I believe you because I've seen it.
I think people are realising during this time now how people sort of miss physical activity and stuff, and how much it helps. I think,
yeah.
And it really does help. Anybody struggling with that and all that, and it does help.
Yeah.
Just getting out and doing something, and any sort of exercise, especially when everybody's cooped up. You know what I mean? I think it's you realise how much it's important to you, and how much, if you don't do it, how much you miss it, and it affects you. Certainly affects me. Actually, once you start, you do get the running bug, don't you? And then you just
yeah.
Do you know what I've tried? I've tried. I don't. Maybe I'm just too bloody lazy. We've got a pogo stick and
Brilliant.
yeah, and a trampoline and stuff. So we've been, but the pogo stick. I mean, that's hard work. That really hard work.
Well, everyone's been doing that hula hooping as well, haven't they? Recently, that's become like a thing.
That's
yeah.
I remember that being really easy at school, and now.
Yeah.
You've been doing Joe Wicks, Liz?
Yes. How amazing! A clap for Joe Wicks.
Yeah, clap for Joe Wicks.
So good, isn't he?
Yeah, amazing.
So, and because I thought his workouts were just for kids, so I wasn't doing them at first. And then I went for a run. I thought, go on, I'll just do a quick 20 minutes. And they're actually quite hard, aren't they? They're just like his normal workouts. But I mean, it's when he does the Spider-Man and the bunny hops and stuff, I kind of adapt it. Because I don't want to look like an idiot, but...
How many toilet rolls you've got in the house?
Oh, we've got quite a lot actually at the minute. Because
how many, Liz? How many?
He bought 24, and I think we already had about 3 in.
He bought 24. How many of you are in the flat?
2.
24 toilet rolls. So you've got 20.
They'll last us though.
You've got 26 toilet rolls.
Yeah, because we'll normally buy a massive bag of, like a bumper pack, and then we don't have to go again then for another month.
Okay, fair enough.
I've got I've got.
Yeah,
an
we're not stockpiling.
Whatever. You've got what?
I've got an addition. The other week, I think I said I had like 24 or something like that. Because what they say, we buy the bumper pack. Bought a bumper pack, and then whilst putting those away, we found 8 snowmen toilet rolls from Christmas. So we've now got 40.
Right. Okay. First of all, buying toilet roll, festive toilet roll. There's something radically wrong with that.
Oh, I'll tell you. Every year we have festive toilet roll and festive kitchen roll, all snowman themed.
Right. Okay. So now, how many toilet rolls have you got in the house?
It's about 40.
Oh my God, Mike. Yeah. Kai, don't let me down. Come on.
About 9, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's 3 of you, and how many toilet rolls does one person need?
Yeah, about 9. I do think I was just when you were answering the question, I had a quick tot up. Yeah, about 9.
Kai, you mentioned it earlier, but what were you working on before we got locked down?
Yeah, I was working on a play called The Glee Club, produced by Out of Joint, and we were just starting off on a nice big tour before going into London for a 5-week run, and sadly it all just got halted along with everything else. We'd done 2.5 weeks. We opened up in Doncaster, in Castle. I did a week and a half there, and then we went to Theatre Clwyd for a week, and then and that was the last of it really. There we closed there. Brilliant play by Richard Cameron, and I was loving it. Great bunch of people, and so sadly all finished. It's cancelled now. So I think they would like to maybe put it on again one day. It was such a good play, and it gone down really well, I think. And a great Out of Joint. Have been incredible with us and to work for before, during, and even now. The support they've given is amazing. So they're a great company to work for. So I do hope we get a chance to do it again, because they deserve for it to be out on the road and to recoup what they deserve, because they're a really brilliant theatre company, and they deserve to get some good sort of a good run out of it, because it's a really belter of a play. We were at Theatre Clwyd the week before it all, and actually the weeks leading up to it, Clwyd was selling really well, and a few places where, especially towards like the Thursday and Friday, Saturday kind of thing. But we did notice when we got to Clwyd, because there's some days on the website would say that it's completely, only like last back 3 rows available, sort of thing, like 450 seats had gone. But as the week went on, less and less people were turning up. You know what I mean? You could see, oh no, it's going to go. And it's sad from a well-supported theatre like that. People were just making their own decisions of going, I need to stay in. So people were doing it before anything happened, really.
Liz, what were you working on? You just no, well, that's fine. But you just had the thing at the Lowry and what have you just finished, or was that before Christmas?
No, that was way before Christmas.
Oh, was it?
I
Okay.
did an Emmerdale at Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, that was on, and then.
And that was the 506th time you've done Emmerdale, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, just give me a recurring role. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've done it 4 times. There's 4 different people now.
Yeah. I was looking at obviously I was looking at your IMDb pages beforehand, and I did notice that Kai had done Doctors about 5 million times as well. There, I think 3 times in 1 year.
Oh yeah.
So Emmerdale, tell me about that. What was that?
It was great. Yeah, just it's a, a bit of a small part again, but she was a nice, fun character to play. And the director was lovely, and he's like, we'll be seeing you again, at the end and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay. And then you don't hear anything. So, it's fine. Just crack on, don't you? And wait for I mean, I've had a few theatre auditions and what have you, so we'll just see. We just don't know what's happening or do we at the moment, so.
We're used to sitting around and waiting and not doing much in isolation and not having any money coming in and things. But at least you go, well, look, I could get a call next week. Things change, because we all know that happens within, but actually there's nothing happening at the moment. No. So that is the scary thing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes you think, oh, well, surely, a self-tape might come in or something. But then you don't know what's going to happen in the future. So there's nothing to audition for, is there? It's like...
there's nothing there.
So what do you think the industry is going to look like, or what do you hope will happen?
I think it's all just up in the air, isn't it, at the moment? Nothing is certain, nothing's put in stone, so everybody's just in the same boat. Absolutely no idea what's going to go on. With any luck, once the theatres open, there'll be a big boom, and people will be that desperate to get out and have a bit of culture in their life that there will be a boom. But then on the other side of that, people are still going to be hesitant, I think, to be, in big theatres, in a confined space, really, aren't you, with a load of people. So will they come out? It's just one of them, isn't it? But theatres must be being like financially crippled at the moment, with just nothing going on. So that's a big worry. Because, I mean, there's not much money in this business as it is there? So this is the last thing we need, really. When do we think they're going to be open? June, July? Maybe even later than that, I think.
2 little theatres that I've worked at, Oldham Coliseum, the hundreds in the same boat. Oldham Coliseum, Wakefield Theatre Royal.
Yeah.
Without theatres like that, lovely old theatres, great tradition. Without the pantomimes, they're knackered.
I couldn't agree more. And I don't hold much hope for theatre. I do think TV and film will start up before. I hope what would be great in the ideal world is that the smaller theatres, because the big commercial pantos that I have worked for and maybe will again, they have got plenty of money. They've got money, so that's okay. They could take a hit. It's those theatres that can't afford to take a hit. They just can't take a hit. So maybe it'll be like, so that anything below 700 or 500 seaters, maybe they can go ahead. But like, you're talking 2 shows a day for panto. You're talking maybe 3,000 people in through the doors in one, every day. That I hope I'm wrong, but I don't hold out much hope for that. I never really thought about the people thinking, well, we don't need as many, we don't need that sort of much stuff anymore, which is a scary thought. But I do think TV and film may start up before theatre. In fact, I think it will. It makes more sense because it can be outdoors, it can be a bit more controlled. But and it is the worry for those smaller venues when panto is their lifeblood all year, and the communities look forward to it every year and they need it. It funds their year. A certain age will feel safer going, but a certain age won't feel safer going. Do you know what I mean? And especially sadly panto time as well. The old the matinees with the senior citizens and things and all that. They may not want to be there, so I think there'll be a surge of people wanting to go, but I think sales will be slower because of people will be still wary. I think, won't they?
Absolutely, and I mean, theatre generally has an older population, an old audience population, and so how's that going to work?
There's a couple of things come up in chat. Kazi says that her husband's made a wine rack out of a pallet. Well,
nice one. You can make everything out of pallet.
She also said Glee Club was so good. Went to the opening night in Doncaster. Beth had her tickets, but I don't think, unfortunately, she's been able to go. Beth also asks, Kai, are you going to be, hopefully, if everything does come back, are you going to be doing Panto in Stoke again?
If everything comes back, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Big if, but yeah,
yes,
please.
Because you've done that for a few years, haven't you?
There's a team of lads there, a team of guys, Johnny and Christian, direct it and stuff for Kudos, and they sort of have they produce it for Stoke, but Johnny's a local lad and they do their own thing. So they get.
And how many years have you been doing that?
If I go, it'll be sixth.
Okay.
Sixth year. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Anything else, Mike?
Yeah, Sarah Mulligan, who tunes in every week, she's watching with her mum, who loves Kai. So, hi, Sarah's mum.
Mom's favourite.
Yeah. Jenny White's in. If Full Monty comes back to Glasgow, you need 800 people. You don't need 800 people, just her. She's quite happily be an 800-person crowd.
Fair enough. Is that it?
Yeah, Michelle, Full Monty was amazing.
Very good.
Some of the highlights of the chat.
Career highlights, a wow moment, something that you went, oh God, that was amazing, or whatever it might be.
I was in Torchwood, and we did a fourth series of Torchwood. We did 3 series of Torchwood, all set in Cardiff, all brilliant, all huge, from BBC 3, BBC 2 to BBC 1.
Because you're Welsh, right?
I am Welsh. Welsh. Don't know. Yeah. Just in case you don't know. And we didn't know whether it was going to be a fourth season or not, and so we had like a bit of a year off, and then they called us. The producer phoned up and said, "Look, we would like you to make next year if you can be available. Where there will be a fourth series of Torchwood, but it's going to be a co-production with Stars in America," and that was like, oh, that's amazing. Anyway, ended up filming in Los Angeles for 6 months, and we moved over there to West Hollywood, and we filmed the whole series on the Warner Brothers lot on the old ER stage.
Oh, how horrible!
So that was the big wow moment. The wow moment for me was the first day that I was filming on set with Eve, and the stage had been used for Casablanca back in the day, all sorts of stuff filmed there, and they cast Bill Pullman in the series as well in Miracle Day, and Bill came down to introduce himself to me and Eve because he was in it, and he watched our first take, and I was standing on the Hollywood lot, Warner Brothers lot, talking to Bill Pullman about Anton Deck, Alien Space Odyssey, an alien autopsy with him and all that. So that was a pinching moment. But yeah, LA, I think, doing seasons 4 of Torchwood.
Why did Torchwood finish? Was it? I mean, do you know? Or...
it was quite sad, really, because I think they wanted Torchwood to go ahead again. And the Stars Network did want it to go ahead again, and it was going to. And Russell was over there writing Torchwood, and he was going to write other things for Showtime at the time. And Russell was over there with his partner Andrew, and sadly Andrew got really sick, and Russell stopped all his work and came home to care for Andrew. So the Torchwood sort of was put on like a hiatus then, and sort of like, while Russell cared for Andrew and lots of other things, so it just never really had a life since then. But we do all the big finish stuff, all the audio things, and that keeps it going. And the fans are still out there because it's just so loyal. Because of Doctor Who, there's a fandom out there for it. People enjoy it, and it's all available at the moment on BBC iPlayer. By the way, all 4 seasons.
And you do the Comic Cons as well, don't you? Which that fascinates me.
They're amazing, and they're a big business for the people who run them and hold them as well, because it's all sci-fi, fantasy geeks and stuff. And there's YouTube Comic Cons, there's TikTok ones, and there's all gaming ones and stuff. And actually, they've been amazing. And literally, when we first started Torchwood, we were told, you probably get invited to do a few Comic Cons. And I'm still getting invited to do them now. I've been all over the world. The fans are so loyal. They're just loyal. They love it. And they're diehards. Anybody likes the Trekkies, the Star Wars and all that, they love it, and they're brilliant, every one of them.
Because you're a Trekkie, aren't you, Mike?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm a lover of all kind of geekdom and everything. I mean, behind me I've got comic book art from Chris Bircham and all sorts of shit in here. I've got my little peg Darth Vader, and so yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I love it all, and I was genuinely quite excited when we were having you on. As I love that 4th series of Torchwood. I think it's one of the best things that had been put out for a long, long time. I thought it was great.
I met Tom Cruise. Will that do?
You mean the biggest star in movie history?
What, the Tom Cruise? That's pretty good.
It's not bad, is it? That wasn't my answer, but...
Whoa. What do you mean it wasn't your answer? When did you meet Tom Cruise?
Well, I used to work, when I'd done drama school, I worked at the Donmar Warehouse in Covent Garden as front of house. And Nicole Kidman was there, so I've met her as well when she was doing the Blue Room, and we got invited obviously to the press night and to the party afterwards, and of course Mr. Cruise turns up, and the guy that he is obviously is a very lovely guy, isn't he? And he's more than happy to go around and chat to everybody and all that.
I don't know, Liz, I've never met him, so I have no idea.
And yeah, so it kind of just was working the room and came up and then, hi, I'm Tom. I'm like, yeah, I know. Who are you? And we were like, oh, we just work front of house. But he was more than happy to stand there chatting to us. So yeah, it was lovely.
That wasn't what you were going to say.
Well, no, but it can be.
No. I want to hear your other one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's a bit more down to earth, I suppose. I was just going to pick up on a job that I did that I absolutely loved, and it was at Harrogate Theatre, a play called Up on the Roof, and it's a 5 actors in it, and it's all about a cappella singing. So we did like 5-part harmonies, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, no, it was just a really good ensemble piece, and it's just one of the highlights, basically. I just loved doing it. Every night was just an absolute joy. So that's mine.
Well, big shout out to Harrogate Theatre, because
yes.
they love those ensemble pieces, and they've been doing a rep company for a few years now as well.
I was really looking forward to go there with the Glee Club, actually.
Yeah.
I've never been to Harrogate either. I was really looking forward to it.
Harrogate's beautiful as well.
Yeah, it's lovely, yeah.
I did a stand-up gig many years ago when I used to do stand-up. I did a stand-up gig in Harrogate.
With Gareth Southgate?
With Gareth Southgate. And my opening line was, it's really nice to be in Harrogate where all our fucking money is. Gig went really well.
I can imagine. Yeah.
So if you live around Leeds and then you think, look at the size of Leeds, why is there all these homeless people and all this poverty? I'll skip all the politics. It's because they all live in Harrogate. That's where everybody who owns everything lives in Harrogate. That's where all money is.
Well,
very well-to-do place.
Once upon a time.
I did about 2 years.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did
so
you?
when I was,
that's a long set.
It was great. Me and Ken Dodd hold the world record.
James Redmond doesn't do sets that long.
I did. Once I'd finished with the band, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit similar, something in front of an audience. So for about 2 years, I just packed up my little Citroen Saxo and drove around everywhere and did stand up for a while, and then realised it was really hard and stopped.
Fair enough.
I think this has been fabulous, and I don't want to ruin it with any of my inane questions.
What's your wow moment, Lee?
One of my first TV jobs was The Syndicate, which it was the same series of The Syndicate that Kai was in, and also thank you for asking, Liz, because Matthew and Anthony Lewis, who are coming on the show next Wednesday, were also both in that same. And I remember getting onto set of The Syndicate, and Matthew Lewis was there, and I shook hands, we said hello, and then there was a guy stood next to him, and he sort of turned around, and it was really cold. I can't remember what time of year it was, but I remember it being really, really cold, and I had a big puffer jacket on. And this guy said, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Tim." And I said, "Oh, nice to meet you, Tim." And then I sort of shook his hand and then looked up, and of course it was Timothy Spall. And I for some reason, I'd been at the read-through, but I don't remember. Kai, was Tim at the read-through?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that. I remember him coming in going, that's Tim Spall. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
And so I was on thinking, oh my God, this is Timothy Spall. This is like acting royalty. Yeah. And then we started just before the take. Kay Mellor, who wrote it, she was directing that episode, and I remember her saying to me, "Right, could you and Tim just improvise an argument, and then Lee, when you feel it's right, just come in with the first line." And so we started improvising, and all that was going through my head was, "You're fucking improvising an argument with Timothy Spall."
Brilliant.
It's like I'd only just started in my career, really. But anyway, there we go.
When I did the Emmerdale over Christmas, and I had an umbrella because it was raining, and they were like, "Liz, can you just move it down like half an inch?" And then I was just stuck there like that, thinking, my arm's shaking. I'm like, I can't move because if I move it, I'm like really blocking someone. It's awful.
Oh, I know. Good.
Props. Oh,
yeah.
Well, look, lovely people. Thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure and lovely to see you both.
And you too. Nice to meet you.
And you.
Right, thanks very much.
Thanks for coming on.
Job.
Much love to the family. Stay safe. Keep well.
Yes.
Likewise.
And
Everything's
hopefully see you on the other side.
I hope you make a full recovery, Mike.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, well,
much appreciated.
Love
Thank
to the
you.
family. Love to Brad. See you soon.
Will do. Love to the family. Bye.
Take care.
See you later. Bye. Oh.
Aren't they a lovely pair?
They are a lovely pair. I don't think you're allowed to say that.
But it always surprises me how lovely we've been lucky to get such brilliant guests. And yet again, another couple of crackers, Kai and Liz, who've just been wonderful to give us their time.
Love them very much, and it was an absolute pleasure to spend a year on tour with them. And I can't tell you enough how important it is, especially when you're on tour for that length of time, that you've got lovely people around you. We're back on Wednesday, 8:00. We have Peter Hunt, the Hollyoaks casting director, coming in to chat with us, and he's coming in with David Crowley, who is an actor, director. I mentioned him a few weeks ago. He's got a web series out at the moment on Vimeo called Thick as Thieves. Wednesday, 8:00, same place. You know where it is. Subscribe, click the bell, all that sort of stuff. A couple of massive shows coming up next week. We have... I'm not going to say it right now, so we'll
mentioned it earlier.
We mentioned it. Yeah. But a couple of cracking guests on Monday, a couple of great actors, and then also on Wednesday we have a casting director and an actor presenter.
I've been given a lead of a director who I'm hoping will come on. So thanks very much for joining us on the Ghostlight Social this week. We are back Wednesday, 8:00, same channel, same time. Adios from the bunker.